Alright folks, welcome back. Let's talk about the Obelisk. If you think the Obelisk is underpowered, you think the Obelisk needs a buff, you're crazy. Or you're just bad at math. It's okay. Neither of those things are character flaws necessarily. It just makes it harder for me to help you. A common complaint I hear about the Obelisk is that it's too situational. Most of the time, we don't want to be doing something like this. Why would you abandon the one hand that you've already invested everything in already? That said, I don't think the Obelisk is the most situational. There are other jokers that are more situational, other rare jokers that are worse. Baron, for example, is very situational. Hit the Road, very situational. What about these other X-Molt jokers? What about these other rare jokers? Turns out there's a lot of rare jokers, and they're not all bangers, okay? The order requires that you play straights, specifically just the one hand, because I know you're not playing straight flushes. I know you don't play flush houses as often as I do, and so with the tribe, you're just playing flushes. Family says you could play 4 of a kind. You could also play 5 of a kind. I think most people play 5 of a kind, even though 4 of a kind scores the same number of points, and you can level up 4 of a kind earlier than you can unlock 5 of a kind. 4 of a kind is easier to draw. You get more money from gold cards held in hand. You get more points from steel cards, and also easier to get blue seals in your hand with 4 of a kind. Anyway, what we're saying is all of these require you to play the one specific hand, whereas the Obelisk is already going to be more versatile. The Obelisk says you don't have to play the one specific hand. You could play any hand. You could play any combination of hands, as long as you don't play the forbidden hand. In addition to being more versatile, the Obelisk is also just straight up more powerful, more output. And so, the order gives you ×3 molt for a straight, but also the flower pot gives you ×3 molt, and the blackboard gives you ×3 molt. The Obelisk, you can get up to ×3 molt in just one ante, from 0 to ×3 in just one ante. And by the end of the second ante, you can get up to ×6 molt, ×5 molt, depending on how diligent you are, how much work you want to put into the Obelisk. And so the problem or the question is, how easy is it to do these pivots, to abandon the hand that we're working on and do something else? So imagine for me this scenario. You're opening celestial packs, and 1/3 of the time you get the one planet that you're looking for, and 2/3 of the time you get something else. Except if you get enough of these some things else, maybe that's a strong enough reason to pivot. Maybe as I'm opening celestial packs, I get the same number of Saturn cards as Neptune cards, or about the same, same distribution of these two. And so what I can do is I can build my deck towards being able to play straight flushes. Not straight flushes right now, but straight flushes in the end game. In the end game, if they're about the same level, my straight flushes will score way more points, and so I can build towards being able to play straight flushes. If I start out on flushes, I can build towards being able to play flush houses. A level 1 flush house scores more than the leveled up flush does, right? And then also the series cards do way more than the Jupiter cards. More chips and more molt. And so, you don't have to play a lot of flush houses. You just have to build your deck towards being able to play at least one flush house. I think, these types of pivots are, potentially interesting. Maybe you start out playing, let's see, pairs or something like that. And then you get a couple repeat ranks in your deck, and then now you can pivot into full houses or pivot into 4 of a kind. If you get card removal, so you have less cards in your deck, it's easier to draw the 4 of a kind. Maybe imagine this scenario. What if you've got, let's say, a level 4, level 5 flush, and then you get presented with a shortcut. Okay, shortcut, maybe that's strong enough. Maybe I should try to play straights now, even though my flushes are already a little bit leveled up. Even if I don't end up on, playing straights or straight flushes or whatever it is, it's nice, it's interesting to be presented with the choice, the option. I think these types of pivots and these types of decisions, I think these are strategically interesting. For me, this is fun. Okay, if it sounds fun to you, too bad, because that's not what we got. What we got is the blue seals are out of balance. The blue seals are way overpowered. They're so overpowered, everything else looks terrible in comparison. Red card underpowered, square joker underpowered, obelisk underpowered. It's not blue seal that's the problem, it's everything else that's the problem. And so, when you first get the blue seal, you're incentivized to play the hand that you can play now. Okay, and so you will play straights now because I can play straights right now. And then now I start to level up my straights. And so you're incentivized to just keep leveling up the same one, keep playing more straights. By the time you get to the end game, by the time you get to the point where you can actually play a straight flush, instead of your straights being like 4 or 5 levels ahead, your straights are now 15 levels ahead, 20 levels ahead, because of so many planet cards that you get from the blue seals. More so than you get from other sources, like Celestial Packs and, you know, maybe the Spaceman or the Burnt Joker or, you know, whatever it is. And then so, okay, it doesn't matter if you want to offer me times 10 molt to play a straight flush. Instead of times 10 molt for my straight flush, my regular straight scores more points because it's that much higher level, right? That sounds terrible to me. That sounds boring to me. Like, it's exciting to do the powerful thing and level up the one hand and, you know, get the pairs high enough you can get 1,000,000 points for just a pair, or get the straights high enough level that you can win without any jokers because you have so many Saturn cards. Like, that's exciting, that's fun. But because the blue seals are so powerful, that's just every run. Every run is that. Now every run is either straights or pairs. That's it. No pivots into anything else. Whatever the hand that you play in Ante 2, that's the hand that you play for the rest of the run. I think that's terribly boring. And so, okay, in the future, after Blue Seal gets the deserved nerf, now we can, you know, start making these interesting strategic decisions again, these pivots. That's the other thing about the Blue Seal, is it takes away some of your decisions, right? Always open the standard packs. If you open a standard pack, always take the Blue Seal. Do we care? Do we even think about what card it's on? No, it doesn't matter. Always take it if it's a blue seal. Okay, so forget about the blue seals. Let's go back to the Obelisk. So the actual issue I have with the Obelisk is not how powerful it is. It's way powerful. Okay, the issue with the Obelisk is not how narrow it is, because I don't think it's actually that situation. I think it's a lot more open-ended, a lot more versatile than a lot of other offerings. The issue I have with the Obelisk, it takes work. That's it. And so, like, I will, you know me, I will bend over backwards. I will go out of my way to get a single extra dollar each round. But you want me to do even just a little bit of work to get a huge X-Molt bonus? Absolutely not. I refuse. And so the thing that I want to explore today is, like, okay, obviously there's, you know, some prejudice there. And so maybe, you know, maybe the Obelisk is not as bad as, you know, it feels like. You know, maybe it's not that bad, or maybe it is. Maybe, you know, let's figure it out together. And so the thing that I want you to think about right now is, when is the best time to pick up the Obelisk? If you see it, when's the best time? When is the worst time to pick up the Obelisk? Because I have a lot of people, they tell me, oh, the Obelisk, it doesn't do anything when you pick it up early. Don't pick it up early. Okay, and then if you see it late, it's too late to pivot, right? Okay, what if we get an Obelisk in Ante 1 here? So we're starting, this is Gold Stakes. Gold Stakes checker deck. First shop Buffoon pack. We could take the Bull. Bull is very strong, very solid scaling chips joker. Again, you know, this is like one of those, like other scaling jokers, doesn't do too much early on, but, you know, maybe could do a lot later. Though, you know, with the Bull, there is some risk there. If you're saving all your money instead of spending your money, then maybe you're not finding other kind of powerful jokers potentially. And so maybe on the Gold Stakes, where you don't have access to as many resources, not as much money on the Gold Stakes, then maybe the Bull is not as powerful as it is on White Stake. But, you know, still generally speaking, I think pretty strong. I think pretty worth it. We're going to take the Obelisk instead. Okay, the next thing that we can do here, we could take a Neptune card. So Neptune, $3 here. I think, you know, if you are going to play straight flushes, maybe starting on the checker deck, maybe that helps make straight flushes. I'm not going to worry about that so much. Let's not take the Neptune card here. Let's just save our money for the next shop and go next here. Okay, in the next round here, we can go for a flush. I think a flush is a winning hand here if we have the extra chips from the foil, so we could discard the hearts and pick up the spades here. That's a flush, and I think this flush, you know, normally maybe slightly less than 300 points. If we add the 50 chips from the foil, should be 450 at least, maybe closer to 500. So we have a flush here that wins. One thing we could do with the Obelisk, I think one thing people often do with the Obelisk is I can play high card 3 times and then play 1 flush. And in the next round, play high card 3 times and then play 1 flush. And, you know, over time, we'll have a few flushes, but we'll have way more high card. And then when you're ready to level up the Obelisk, then you start, you know, playing things that are not high card. High card is your most played hand. Now high card is forbidden. You start playing flushes like you were always planning on. You were always meant to play flushes. I think that is, you know, a particularly risky way to play the Obelisk, and perhaps a potentially annoying way to play the Obelisk. So I'm not going to worry about that this time. If you did want to try to play it that way, the problem with playing high card, it's very easy to play high card, but then it's also easy to play high card on accident. And so to avoid accidentally crashing the Obelisk by accidentally playing high card, I actually suggest playing pairs instead. Pairs to stack up the Obelisk, or pairs to, you know, increase the most played hand, and then pivot to mostly flushes and then a few high card, right? Here, once again, I'm not going to worry about that. I'm just going to ship it with the flush. There we go. You know, almost 500 points. Cool. Now we've got $7 more. We got $10 total. So I think here we don't want the Scholar. Scholar's a little bit inconsistent, you know, not being able to get the aces. Here, the Dagger I think would be great if it wasn't Rental. I think the Dagger, you know, it's a scaling plus mult joker. It's one of the uncommon scalers, so it's going to be better than all of the common scalers, which are already very good. But can't take it if it's a Rental. We could try these Arcana packs. I think I just want to save my money for interest and go next. Here's something that I want you to think about. Okay, you know, people complain about how hard it is to do the Obelisk, how difficult it is. Tell me, at what point in the run does it feel challenging? At what point in the run does it feel difficult? Let's play a flush. We can play another flush. Here's spades. Ship it. Obviously, the Obelisk not doing anything right now if we're just playing flushes. You know, our most played hand repeated. Okay, another Scholar, even worse because it's perishable. We've got Dusk here. You want to talk about situational jokers? Dusk, very situational. Especially here, the perishable. So, you know, once again, in the next round, we need 1,000 points. 1,000 points, I can get 500 points with a flush. So I can win the next round with 2 flushes. We could just go next here, saving our money for interest. We can start with the spades flush. Ship it. Okay, so I can play this kind of flush here, and then that would be enough points. I'm actually going to play this other different flush. It's going to be slightly less points, slightly less than 1,000. And then, if I want, I can dig for, let's see here, equal amounts spades and hearts. So let's dig for spades, I guess. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the spades. Nice. Okay. We don't take greedy because we don't have any diamonds, but we can take a red card here. It's an eternal, but it's a red card, so I wasn't planning on selling it anyway. It's also foil. Yeah, let's take the red card. And then now that I have the 2 foils here, so before I was getting like 500 points for a flush. I could do 1,500 with 3 flushes. Now that I have the foil, that's about 50% more points. And so maybe now I can win with 2 flushes. Maybe I can beat the boss with 3 flushes now. So we don't need to level up the red card. We can just go next, saving our money for interest. I think here the Mega Buffoon pack, if I didn't have strong jokers, I would take the Mega Buffoon pack. But because I have strong jokers here, I don't need this. We don't need the Mega Buffoon pack. Let's just go next. How about let's discard hearts, looking for spades. Play the low spades, almost a straight flush here. Okay, so that's 660. I can go for more hearts. And then presumably this will be slightly less than 1500. You know, if we got 660 for the first one, we get another 700 points here. And then we can play another flush if you want. Ship it. Okay, so with those 3 flushes, I played kind of the low cards on purpose. We got, you know, almost 2,000 points. The boss here says decrease level. That's not going to be a problem because we have all level 1s. I think we don't need these booster packs for our red card. We can just keep saving our money for interest and go next. Let's discard looking for spades. Play the low spades. And then maybe follow up with hearts. Okay, we can play the low hearts. We can try to play the high hearts. Let's just play the low ones. All right, once again, spades or hearts. There's less hearts in the deck, so we'll go for spades. We can play the low spades, and then we can end with a pair if we need a pair. Okay, we actually get plenty more spades, so we can play another flush. Nice. So, you know, barely 2,600 points. In the next round, we do need, this is going to be 3,200 here, so we should at least level up the red card a little bit. So maybe open this Celestial pack. Maybe before we do that, we go Emperor. Emperor gives me Judgment. Spaceman. You know what? Instead of the Spaceman here, instead of the level ups, let's just take the money, and then that way we can buy the Celestial pack without impacting our interest. We could take a Jupiter card here for our flushes. I don't plan on playing flushes forever, so let's just skip. Now +3 molt on the red card. That should be enough. We can take delayed gratification here for some money as a perishable. Okay, let's go next. All right, so here if I want, I can play this flush. Okay, if I want, I could discard for a flush. Or we can do the old mix them up here. How about let's play a pair of 6s? Question. At what point is early enough to grow the obelisk? At what point should you start to pivot? Is 15 flushes, is 15 hands enough? Is ante 3, or actually technically this is like the first round of ante 3, so this is just round 7. Is that too early? Let's play a straight here. I could make some molt cards, but I don't need to. So ship it. Maybe we keep the ace. Throw the 9. In case we get another queen. Or actually we just, that's it. Okay. Glutinous, we don't have any clubs. Burnt Joker, I don't want to discard because I've got delayed gratification for money. We could take the Arcana pack here looking for money. If we don't get money, let's see here. You could take the Magician for some lucky cards as a way of getting money. I'm just going to skip here. Now that I got $25, let's save our money for interest and go next. All right, so now that I have +6 on the red card, we can play 2 pair here. We can play 3s and 4s. We can play 5s and 10s. Okay, how about aces and queens? Keeping the king, we can try to pair the king. And then one more. I guess just a pair here. Ship it. 2.2 on the obelisk already. Okay. So I definitely want this. I definitely want the reroll voucher for the bosses. You never know, it could be useful in the future. We have the boss is going to debuff my spades. That's okay. We can take the free roll here. I think Northern Line here, I think the egg is generally worth it if you're above the interest cap. It's a little bit awkward if you have the rental and it's costing you interest, but as long as you're above the interest cap, I think it's actually worth it because it makes all your temperances better. Though we don't necessarily have a lot of access to tarot cards, especially if we're going to be using the red card here. Maybe we don't want to take the temperances, so let's not take the egg here. Let's not take the 6 cents either. Let's just go next, and we shouldn't need any more on the red card. We can sell the Empress for an extra $1 of interest. All right, here we can play 7s and 5s. Maybe try to get a 10 and a jack. Okay, I can play 8s and queens here with some debuffs. Maybe I'm supposed to keep the 2 in case we get a straight. I can play kings and 4s, throwing away the 3. Okay, in the final hand here, I guess it's just a pair of 9s. Ship it. Okay, so we've only done the one ante of growing the obelisk, and in one ante we already got ×3 molt. We've got +6 on the red card. We've got, let's see here, 15 flushes, 2 pairs 6 times. Let's go next. Okay. Let's take Michelle here. Maybe we can get the Cavendish in the future. Take the free roll. I do want again here, the boss reroll, so we can avoid the stinky bosses, but we don't have to buy it yet. We can wait until after the big blind. Boss says we have to play only one hand. That's okay. Since I have extra money, let's go Arcana pack. Okay, so we use Devil to make a gold card. We can take Death here to, copy a card. I think I will just skip for the red card. Standard pack here, let's not do, so that it doesn't impact our interest. Let's just go next. 2 more rounds in delayed gratification. How about if I play these kings, can I try to draw a 5? Sure. We do get the 5, so we can play the straight here. Ah, bummer. Too many points. Okay, baseball card is great. Maybe, since we don't have any uncommons, we don't take the baseball card as a perishable. We just take the free roll here. Don't need the swashbuckler if we already have the red card. We can try these standard packs. Could pick up a purple seal here. I'm just going to skip for the red card. Standard pack, could get a blue seal here, or we can skip for the red card. Go next. We don't need the stinky blue seals. We get another straight. Okay. So we don't have a straight, but we can try to dig for a 10 here. Ship it with the high card. Well, alright. How about just a pair of queens? Ship it. Alright, already up to ×4 on the obelisk. Delayed gratification is done. We get the boss reroll voucher. We get the free roll here. I don't want delayed gratification as an eternal. I don't want it as a rental. We just reroll here. Let's open these Arcana packs. Let's take Fibonacci first in case we get Temperance. Okay, do you want Temperance for 13 bucks or do you want +3 molt? Let's take the money. Then we have enough money we can buy the Arcana pack, the other Arcana pack. We get a Hermit for more money. We can do some re-rolling here. Blackboard is okay. You know, since we are playing on the checker deck here, we have... Well, wait. No. Every deck is 50-50. Every deck is, you know, you have spades and you have clubs. So, yeah, there's nothing special about the blackboard here. We already got the Obelisk, so let's just not take this perishable. Could take blue joker, but we already have 2 foils. So maybe we don't need the rental. Maybe we don't need this eternal Todd here. We could keep re-rolling. I could take strength as a way of like making a full house if I need to, making 4 of a kind maybe. We don't need the Jupiter card because we're not going to play any more flushes. We can do 1 more re-roll. Maybe too late to square up. I think ante 3 you can take the square joker. Maybe since we already have the foils, it's already round 11. We don't square up here. And we don't take blue as an eternal. Let's just sell Fibonacci and go next. Boss says we only get to play 1 hand. So we don't have the delayed gratification, so we can dig if we want. Yeah. Let's see if I can get more 8s and jacks. I could turn a 10 into a jack. How about that? Okay, so, you know, 7 into an 8, 10 into a jack here. We can go strength. We could play the full house. Ship it. $26,000, I guess. Okay, next boss we've got face down after played. Okay, that's fine. We could take Midas Mask here. We can make some gold cards for more money. I get a free roll here. Let's see here. If I take these 2 booster packs, it takes me down to 30. So, yeah, maybe we don't hone yet. Okay, don't need Priestess. We could take Celestial pack just so that we skip. 1 more round on the clown here, so maybe we sell the clown. Arcana gives us Judgment. Let's just skip. Now we've got 21 molt on the red card. Hone here. I can go to 22. Let's just go next. Okay, we need 25,000. We have 3 3s. Let's play the 3 3s. Let's try to dig for more face cards. Okay, so I can play queens and 10s here if I want, and throw away the 8s. I could play queens and... I only have 1 more 10 in the deck because I turned 1 of my 10s into a jack, so let's play the 2 pair. Okay, 4.6 on the Obelisk. We can play the 3 5s. 3 5s, throwing away the 9 and the 7, and then we can discard for more face cards. We don't have delayed gratification, so we can use our discards if we want. Yeah, you know what? We can play a straight here. Ship it. Rather than, I guess, like dig for a full house, maybe. Rets. Alright, so the clown is gone. We don't get the free roll here. Let's go... These take me down to 27 if I spend 10 bucks, so we can't hone yet. Let's go Celestial pack and then skip. Buffoon pack. Maybe Buffoon pack first in case there's Astronomer. Buffoon pack, we can pick up another gratification for more money. Do we take the skip for the red card or do we take the money? I guess we take the money and go next. Though, you know, you could use your discards to dig for gold cards and then that gives you money, and maybe that's better money than the delayed gratification. Probably, actually. So, you know, here I'm kind of in an awkward spot. You know, sort of forced. Play the 2 pair. Play the pair of 9s. How about a pair of 6s? I could try to draw the queen for the straight. Let's just try to draw a pair of jacks. Yeah, so jacks and kings here as a 2 pair. We've got 5.6 on the obelisk. Ship it. And then some gratification money, a little bit. Michelle's gone. Okay, now we take home, just to get it out of the way. Standard pack takes us down to 26. We could go celestial pack here. Let's go standard pack. Could get a gold seal for money. I'm just gonna level up the red card. Alright, so 15 flushes, 9 2 pair 7 times. We can take a celestial pack here down to $20. Let's just go next. So, you know, what's the status on my gold cards? I guess I have mostly gold cards. Here I have 3 4s that I can play. Ship it. Cool. All of these face down cards. The only thing that I have to do is I have to avoid playing a flush. So I know this is for sure not a flush. Okay. So, yeah, what if these 2 and these 2? Ship it? If you wanted to, like, for sure avoid a flush, you just sort by suit, and then you know that they're different suits. Ah, bummer. We had the gold cards there. Alright, well, let's play these. 5. Maybe I should only play 1, and then that way we try to keep the gold cards for money. I want to try to hit a pair, so ship it. Nice. Okay, 46 bucks. We don't take the rocket as an eternal. We don't take the rocket potentially this late. We don't take the rental rocket. Sometimes rental rocket, but not this time. Could take sock and buskin. So I tell people this. I tell sock and buskin has synergy with Midas Mask. This is a combo, these two, in the sense that, like, if you have sock and buskin, you should try to get Midas Mask. If you have Midas Mask, you should try to get sock and buskin. Why is that? Because the golden joker is common. Most of the time that you have gold cards, you will eventually get the golden ticket. And so if you have Midas Mask, you should try to get the sock and buskin even before you get the golden ticket. Same thing with sock and buskin. You should try to get the Midas Mask if you can. Of course, the Midas Mask is just generically very powerful. Maybe too powerful, slightly. Let's start by leveling up the red card here. Could take this polychrome card. Mega standard pack. We get another blue seal opportunity. This is a mega pack, so we can take one and then still skip for the red card, or we can just skip. We can buy the reroll surplus in the next shop. We got $34. This would take us down to 24. Let's save our money for interest. Though we do get probably some money from the gold cards. Let's go next. Already 6.6 on the obelisk. And we still have 3 full antes left. Boss says face cards face down. Okay, that's fine. Here we can play 6s and aces as 2 pair. We can play queens. We can play a pair of kings here. Let's play, you know, since we, well, let's play the 2 pair. We're not going to get as much money, but it's okay. Okay, how about 8s and 7s, and then also we have 5s here. So maybe 8s and 7s. 10s and 5s. Could discard, trying to look for gold, or we can just take the $4 from the gratification. Let's just take the gratification money. 7.4 on the obelisk. Okay, so we can take the buffoon pack, probably skip. You could use Andrew as a way of digging for cards. That does give us more money with the delayed gratification. Is the money worth, you know, potentially we lose some molt from the red card? What's the boss? Yeah, face down cards. I mean, that does sound kind of fun. You know, get an extra $6 every round. Though it does make it harder for us to find the poker hands or whatever it is. Let's pick up Andrew here. Standard pack, we could take a purple seal. I think we just stick with the gratification money. Could take more face cards for us to turn into gold. Let's just skip. And save our money. I want to try to buy the reroll surplus in the next shop. Go next. So we get a straight here. Ship it. Okay, now I can play a pair of 8s. I can play the 7s and the queens here as 2 pair. Bummer. Almost a straight, but not quite. Also no gold cards. You know what? Let's do this. Alright, forget about delayed gratification. If we just discard here. Yeah, give me the gold cards. Well, gold cards. There we go. Alright, play the king. Ship it. Alright, that could have been worth more. Okay, so I want the reroll surplus. We get the discounted rerolls. We can skip a celestial pack for the red card. We can open this standard pack. Another polychrome card. We can just skip. Now 42 molt on the red card, 8.2 on the obelisk. We could take the hiker. The hiker is a gold sticker that I'm currently missing. It is a rental, which is a little bit stinky, but let's go for the gold sticker. Why not? Let's go next. Face cards face down. You know what? At least if I know that they're face cards, maybe they are gold cards. We can play a pair of 9s here. We can play a pair of 8s here. Yeah, how about a 10? High card. Pair of aces. Pair of aces, the rest of these are face cards. That's probably good enough. Probably we just play the pair here. Ooh, I love that sound. Okay, go next. Alright, the boss here, we got the extra large. Oh no, it's the wall. Oh no. Well, we better open some celestial packs then, see if we can get some upgrades. We can take the seed money here for extra interest. Because we do have the gold cards. Actually, we have everything's gold except for the 1 jack. Let's get rid of the Midas mask here. So I think we take the troubadour. We get the extra hand size, even though we get -1 hand every round. Okay, so we're not going to be able to play as many hands. Shouldn't need that many hands. Though, you know, for the boss, the wall, we could need the extra hand. With the extra hand size, maybe we can hold on to more gold cards. Let's go next. So here we can play a straight if we want. Nice. Cool. Another straight. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's get rid of the ace, I guess. Do I care about that? Ship it. Okay, another straight if we want. We can discard looking for gold. I like the idea of discarding for gold. We have 5 discards, might as well. Oh yeah. Doing the pair of aces? Nah. Max discards. Maximum greed. Okay, ship it with the high card. $9.6 on the Obelisk. Hermit for money. Nice. We got a nice amount of money. We can skip these celestial packs. Okay. Do a little re-rolling. Get another Hermit. Foil 8-ball. Not as a rental. 8-ball and Scholar, both of these, requiring us to play specific ranks, and so maybe that's a little bit too annoying. Let's go re-roll one more. Eternal Rocket, a little bit late, right? We only have like 5 rounds left, maybe. We could, by the way, we have the boss re-roll. Maybe with all these level 1 hands, maybe we can't beat the wall. Maybe the ball is too powerful. We only have currently 2 jokers that score points for us. Maybe we can't beat the wall with 2 jokers, no levels here. Maybe we re-roll the wall. Go one more. Spin the wheel. Nah, never lucky. $7 takes us down to 50. Let's just save our money for interest and go next. Yeah, what are we looking at here? We could try to go for a straight. What would we need? We would need a 10 or a 6. That seems pretty easy. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ship it. Okay. We can play 2 pair, 5s and 2s. Okay, and then now dig for gold. One more time. Nice. High card. Ship it. Times 10 on the Obelisk. Okay. Okay. 15 bucks for Temperance. Sure. Let's take the 2 standard packs here. Gold card, holographic card we don't need because we already have the red card. Now 57 molt. Standard pack, another polychrome we can skip. All right. Troubadour is done. We actually do need the extra hand if we are going to take on the wall. We can take the misprint here for a little bit extra plus molt. We could do some re-rolling. There's another Troubadour. Sly gives us more chips. That could be more points. If we are just playing these low level hands that don't have that many chips. We could, yeah, maybe instead of Andrew here, we take the Sly Joker and do a little bit more re-rolling. Could take 9 here for money. I think I like having the misprint. Don't need the plutonium. Don't need the moon. Could take golden joker here, as a holographic is about the same as this misprint here. And gives us a little extra money. All right, we're good. Let's go next. So how about let's play a pair of queens. Okay. Almost a straight, not quite a straight. We can go for could go for a straight. either a 7 or a queen. I guess we're a little bit short on queens and short on 7s. Let's look for a king or an ace. We can play aces and jacks. Nice. So, you know, one more of those could be a winning hand, actually. So how about a pair of 5s? Ship it and then dig for gold. Um, 9, 10, jack, queen, king here. We can play the straight. We could discard for more gold. Yeah, give me an 8. Well, we got more gold. So play the straight and ship it. Calculated. Okay, so now we've got times 11 on the obelisk. Okay. Alright, handy tag actually gives us $65 reduce if we want to take a skip, but if we skip, we won't get as many booster packs for our red card. We got 2 spectral packs here. Could go back in time. Let's start with the spectral packs. Could take cryptid, we could copy our gold cards, and then also getting copies of the gold cards, potentially that's, you know, more money. Or we could just skip. Now 63 molt on the red card. Jumbo spectral. Could take the Ankh here. Could take the Ankh as, you know, a way of, maybe we can try to copy the red card. I guess it could be either red card or obelisk. Can't get rid of the red card. We got too many Eternals. We don't take the Ankh here. Could take ectoplasm. If we get a negative hiker, then we got room for more jokers. Get the -1 hand size here. Look at that. Look at that rather dapper looking beard. Okay. Yeah, you know, with the obelisk here, of course, you run into the problem of, you know, now that I've played too many pairs, then okay, those hands are my new most played hand. Those hands become illegal, and so, you know, maybe there's some concern about, you know, how many rounds we have left, and are we going to have enough hands left to play however many rounds. We just got the ectoplasm for the -1 hand size, so that's going to make it harder for us to get the hands that we're looking for. Do we want to go back in time and get even less hands and have even more rounds so that we are required to play more hands? Let's do a little re-rolling here. No on the spaceman, but we could take the juggler for the extra hand size. Could pick up Cavendish here. Sure, why not? Well, I'll tell you why not. This goes over here. All right, let's go next. Boss forces a card to be selected. Oh no. How about a pair of 6s looking for a straight, either a 9 or a king? Sorry, 9 or an ace. We can dig for a 9 or an ace. There we go, 9, 10, jack, queen, king. We can play the straight here. Nice. 11.4 on the obelisk. We can play 2 pair. I can play kings and queens here, or I can just keep them for the money. Since we do have the gold cards. Discard looking for money. Okay. How about we play 2s and jacks here? Go ahead, ship it. And then ace high, ship it. 11.8 on the Obelisk. 400,000, that's plenty to beat the boss here. Okay. Could go trio. Order. Nope, I already have the gold sticker on both of those. We'll go Spectral Pack. Another blue seal opportunity, but it's too late. We're already in anti-8. Let's just skip here. We can go Celestial Pack for another skip. We have money for re-rolling. Could take a Hierophant for some bonus cards. I don't think that's necessary. Could try the wheel here. Nice. Don't need the gelato, maybe. I already have the 2 foils, though 100 chips on top of 100 chips, that's 2 times. Gelato represents a 2 times points. Nah. I want the extra hand size for the juggler. Let's just go next. Okay. Let's discard, looking for more face cards. More face cards. How about 3 queens and 2 fives? How about 10 high? How about 3 jacks? Nice. Ace high. Times 12 on the Obelisk, 12.6 actually. Nice amount of mult on the red card. Cool. Supernova not going to do anything for us right now since we have, you know, I guess the most is 15. We can skip a Celestial Pack. We can open the Arcana Pack. Alright, Fool gives us Wheel of Fortune. Got a nice amount of money. So, you know what, let's just skip here. I guess the Wheel has a chance of giving us foil. Like, foil would be a lot of points. Though, I guess, you know, the Juggler here is perishable, and so maybe we don't want it to be foil. Let's just skip, and then we can go back in time. Okay, 4 takes me down to 52, that's okay. And go next. Alright, of course the boss is going to force my cards to be selected. Oh no. How about... that's kind of a bummer. Let's dig for another 8 or a 6. Okay, we can discard for another 6 or a 2. Okay, we can just play the 6. Bummer. Ship it. Okay, we can play the Jack high now if we want. Ship it. How about a straight? Only 1 gold card, that's a bummer. Ship it. Stinky boss forcing me to select my cards. How dare you? Alright, boss says my Jimbos are going to be face down. Oh no. What are we going to do? If we got the face down Jimbos, I'm not going to be able to find my red card. Take the extra hand size. Nice. We could do the old skip. A little bit late for the Magician here, a little bit late for us to get the money, but we could get the plus mult. We got 81 on the red card, 13.2 on the Obelisk. Let's see here. Take the Magician and go next. Yeah. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's make some lucky cards. You know, there's still a chance we could get some money. Ship it. Ooh. hallucination, or do I want the juggler? The juggler for the extra hand size. Let's keep the juggler for at least one more round. But you know, we can keep growing the red card here. Mega pack, we could add another gold card. This one's a queen. Nah. I would like to find more gold stickers for my completionist plus journey. Here we got gold sticker hiker. That's exciting. The other one that I need uncommon is the marble joker. That's it, just marble joker. And then the legendaries. No on the cartomancer. All right, go next. All right. Discard looking for an 8. All right, we got a bunch of 8s. So let's discard looking for gold. How about we play all of these 8s? Ship it. Oh yeah, Michelle here, perishable. Oh no. Sorry, that's Cavendish. All right, well, Cavendish is done. Juggler's done. We got 2 more Joker slots here. Let's look for some gold stickers. How about gold sticker buffoon pack? I guess hallucination works. Polychrome hallucination. Arcana pack. So fool gives me a magician, or we can skip. We could do a little re-rolling. Strength. You could use strength if you need help making a hand. Could take the mime. Could take a hermit. No on the swashbuckler. Look at all these planet cards. Don't need justice if we got level 90 red card. Don't need the idol, don't need the square. Ah, bummer. I guess that's it. Go next. Got all these, you know, we're all dressed up with nowhere to go. We got all these Joker slots. All right, I don't want to, you know, we got the face down Jokers. I don't want to have to shuffle my Jokers. Let's just re-roll the boss. All right, great. Go next. So, you know, if you want, we could discard like this. How about 6 and 5? We can strength. How about Jack 10, 9, 8, 7? How about let's play the straight flush? Ship it. Ah, rats. Debuffed. Good thing we didn't fight the Violet Vessel. The Violet Vessel, we would have had to play all 3 hands. Alright, so let me tell you something. Once again, we win with all level 1 hands. You don't need the blue seal. You don't even need any planet cards. How are we able to do that? Well, one, we got the red card. Red card gives us plus 90 molt. Okay. What about our chips? Okay, how are we getting chips? Do we have like, you know, 400 chips from planet cards? No, we have 50 chips from just foil and foil. That's it. Okay, and oh wait, times 13 from the Obelisk? Times 13? Oh, I get it now. That's why Obelisk is a rare Joker. It's way stronger than any of the uncommon Jokers. It's way more flexible. It's way more powerful than all of the other rare X-Molt Jokers. Okay, but was it worth it? Did that feel like work? Did that feel like, you know, was that tough for us to do? At what point in the run did it feel like we struggled? Let me know. Take care, everyone.